Good day, ma'am. My name is Gerald Ramos from Block 2. I will discuss my science topic, Rule 119, Section 23 and 24. Section 23. Demurrer to evidence. After the prosecution reaches its case, the court may dismiss the action on the ground of the insufficiency of evidence. On its own initiative, after giving the prosecution the opportunity to be heard to upon demurrer to evidence filed by the accused with or without leave to court. If the court denies demurrer to evidence filed with leave of court, the accused may adduce evidence in his defense. When the demurrer to evidence is filed without leave of court, the accused with the right to present evidence and submit the case for judgment on the basis of the evidence for the prosecution. The motion for leave of court to file demurrer to evidence shall especially state its ground and shall be filed within a non-extendable period of 5 days after the prosecution rests in case. The prosecution may oppose the motion within the non-extendable period of 5 days from its receipt. If leave of court is granted, the accused shall file the demurrer to evidence with a non-extendable period of 10 days from notice to prosecution by may oppose the demurrer to evidence within a similar period from its receipt. The order denying the motion for leave of court to file demurrer evidence or demurrer itself shall not be reviewable by appeal or by certiorari before judgment. Explanation. A demurrer to evidence is a legal motion made by the accused after the prosecution has presented its case, claiming that evidence presented by the prosecution is insufficient to prove the accused's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The accused can file demurrer to evidence without leave of court. If filed with leave of court and the accused can then present evidence in their defense. If filed without leave of court, the accused with the right present evidence and case is submitted for judgment based on the prosecution evidence. The motion or leave of court to file and demurrer to evidence must be filed within 5 days after the prosecution rests in case, and the prosecution can oppose within the 5 days of receiving the motion. If leave of court granted, the accused must file the demurrer within 10 days, and the prosecution can oppose within the similar period. It is important to note that the order denying a motion for leave of court to file demurrer to evidence or the demurrer itself cannot be appealed or reviewed before judgment is rendered. This means that the decision of the demurrer to evidence is final and cannot be challenged through an appeal or certiorari before the case is concluded. Next, Section 24. Reopening. At any time before finality of the judgment of conviction, the judge may move to review or upon motion with hearing in either case reopen the proceeding to avoid the miscarriage of justice. The proceeding shall be terminated within 30 days from the order granting it. Explanation. This section of the law allows the judge to reopen the proceeding of the case before the final judgment of the conviction is issued if there is a concern that a miscarriage of justice may occur. This can be done either on the judge's own initiative or in response to a motion filed by either party. If the judge decides to reopen the proceeding, a hearing will be held to investigate the issue the purpose of reopening the proceeding is to correct any error or there's any new evidence that may have come to light that could potentially change the outcome of the case. It is important to note that the proceeding must be complete within 30 days from the order granting the reopening in order to ensure that justice is promptly preserved. This provision is intended to safeguard the right of the parties involved and ensure that the legal process is fair and just. Thank you.